Hey everybody, Preferred Selection here with some more Terraria 1.2.4. Decided that we're gonna be... first let's sell a little bit of this junk. A lot of it we don't need. Let's get a little tiny bit of space in our piggy bank. Okay, that takes care of that. What was I gonna... Oh man, alright, there's so much to do now. Because we have a pygmy staff. And because we have a pygmy staff, we can summon pygmies now. They kind of fly around. They throw spears at things. They're pretty good. I don't see us really using them at all. like the optic staff is way better. But just for right now, I'm gonna go 2 and 2 just for a little bit, just to kind of show them off since we just got them. Tempted to go into the jungle and get a wisp in a bottle, but our first priority, now that we have all this stuff, is to go talk to our witch doctor. And get out like all our money. Alright, so we're gonna buy a tiki mask, a tiki shirt, and tiki pants. I have been waiting for this moment so long. We're also going to buy a pygmy necklace, which has a reforge to begin with. That's neat. And a Hercules beetle. The Hercules beetle is not going to be doing much for us right now. It's just increased damage. I don't see us using that. But extra minions is actually something that I might go ahead and wear this. I don't want to give up... Like, I'm really going to regret giving up Charm of Myths, but... yeah, I want to rock the pygmy necklace. We can keep the Charm of Myths with us for emergencies. But yeah, okay, so our defense right now, 31 defense, 46 when we put on the pygmy gear. Our equipment doesn't seem to be doing really anymore. So, like, we didn't get much of a stat bonus. I think it's like a... It should be a big stat bonus. 10%, 30% increased minion damage instead of 18, but I'm not really seeing it. 46, 47. Alright, I'll take your word on it. The defense, though, is really nice. And we also get, like, 2 more minions than we had before. So let's go ahead. We will go with 1 Tiki Man. And then 1, 2, 3... How many can we have? I can't even remember. Just summon a bunch. I feel like I'm only seeing 5? Let's see. Extra minion, extra minion, extra minion. And then this is another minion, so we... Oh, no, I'm seeing... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't see... one of the optic staffs must have been busy. But we just spent like half of our money, but that's okay because we now have a lot of stuff. I think I'm gonna go reforge the... Yeah, I'm gonna go do I'm gonna do our armor justice down here. You know what? This is not a good spot for hallowed chest. It is a good spot to show off our armor, however. Where do I want the hollow chest to live? I don't know. I do not know. I could just run them in between the buildings, like a little... I don't know, that's very strange. You know what? It'll do for now. It will do for now. Door can go there. These can all hang out together in the good accessory chest. Yeah, I'm going to take off my hat too, just because... Just to kind of show that we are in tiki gear. I know that the vantage... There we go. Do we have dyes? Yeah, we do. I'm gonna try dyeing our wings lime colored. Yeah, that matches our tiki gear a little bit better, I think. I don't want to dye the tiki stuff because it flattens it out. That's a problem I have in this game with a lot of the dyes, is they really flatten out the colors. I'm tempted to actually put on... I'm tempted to buy some leaf wings just so that I can put on a vanity wing that'll look better with tiki armor, but that would be a very silly way to spend some money. I don't even know where other wings are. Maybe are these the only wings I've ever had this game? They could possibly be. I could see that being the case. Alright, so I'll throw a platinum. I'll throw a platinum at getting better than spiked. These are expensive reforges right here. Well, there's a platinum down. To end up with literally halved what we had before, as far as our reforge. I'll try it again. I'd like armored or something. I'm not going to stop at guarding. Warding I will stop at. Warding is good. So now we have 50 defense, and we can feel like an actual hard mode character. The only thing that's not actual hard mode character about us is the fact that we have under a platinum to our name. That is okay, though. You know, if there's a Plantera bulb somewhere easy on the map, I could see doing a Plantera fight just to show off this armor. Considering it. I'll tell you what, we're gonna go down to the... We're gonna go to the temple, as planned. But we might... If we see a Plantera bulb right away, we might detour. Where's our entrance to this thing? Here's our temple. So it's a little dark for a second. I'm wondering if that's going to be... Usually the entrance is pretty high up, so I'm thinking that we might have it on the other side. And just so you know, it's pretty easy to break into one of these temples using Hoik mechanics or a number of other cheaty things. So we might not need to use a temple key to get in here, but I wanted to do it at the appropriate point in time for the game. So that's why we haven't done the... Ouch! Got hit by a trap right away. That reminds me, one of the things that I like to do when I'm at the temple is I like to get out my wire cutters, and I like to have my wire cutters in my hotbar. The wire cutters allow you to just really easily fix your trap situation. What is this little area? This isn't even our entrance. This is just like a random... This is just like a random bunch of dart traps over by nothing in particular. That's odd. It certainly feels like it's supposed to be our entrance. We might have to break into our temple. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything down here. If we had a wisp in a bottle, we could check a lot faster than this, but... That's gonna be... You know, I've heard people saying, and I've seen evidence of this, that temple generation has gotten really screwy and really unpredictable. That looks like it's very, very clearly supposed to be our entrance. But normally... So the way I've seen it for other people is they have a door, but they don't have... there's no... Like their door's in a weird spot where they can just kind of sneak in. I've never seen, like, no... Like... Yeah, we're not really getting anywhere. Go for air. Yeah, this is not looking promising. Yeah, they wouldn't let you in this low. Yeah, that's... You know, most of this makes sense. There's a Plantera bulb. We're not far at all from our arena. I'm gonna break this and we're gonna fight Plantera. I am gonna unsummon my pygmy just because I want to take Plantera seriously. And by take Plantera seriously, I mean, you know, mine while we wait for Plantera. My minions are just not attacking at all. Maybe the pygmy should be out. We can try one of these with a pygmy. Yeah, just notice how much more inconsequential the little spit shot is. Like, the spiky balls were doing 40-something to me when I ran into them, about 40 damage. And those were doing, like, 25 to 30 to me. Now they're doing 15. The spiky balls are doing, like, 30 to 25 instead of what they were doing. I kind of see why Ymir was using the Nimbus staff as much as he was. It's just a nice, like, even if you're not doing a summoner-only playthrough, it's just a nice way to get some damage on Plantera. He's not the easiest guy to, like, you don't have, like, great melee stuff when you're wearing summoner armor. Like, your magic stuff doesn't suffer much, but you don't have, like, a ton of damage. No easy way to refill your mana. Keep getting caught on that one heart crystal. It's kind of ironic that it's, like, there to heal me, but it's also getting me hit. Oh, I just, like, stopped paying attention to my health for a while. Let's not do that. Hey, and we got a Plantera trophy. Our inventory is also really full for some reason. I always misplace those when my inventory is full. Oh, I remember the start of this Let's Play when I was misplacing everything left and right. What can I safely put away? Okay, so another Nettle Burst, which a good weapon. I'll show off Nettle Burst really quickly. The neat thing about it is you can use it to fight things through walls. Honestly, it's another thing that I feel like used to be a bigger deal before summons, because I'm not worried about fighting things through walls now because I've got my awesome summons. Summons just added so much to the game. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that ammo box and crystal ball because they're the only ones we have. And I don't think that we're gonna need them for Plantera anymore. I think we're gonna need them for moons. The ammo box is really annoying to, like, go buy because you have to buy them from the traveling merchant. And, you know, he has to be selling them, which he isn't always. Okay, so we were making our way up this thing, The only thing I really see with any promise on this thing as a possible entrance is there's that little sliver of light, but we're right by it. Go ahead and dig through this, but I'm not expecting anything. Okay, so, this is clearly supposed to be our entrance. It's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be especially hard with things fighting us. Is there anything I can put away? I really need to clean out my piggy bank at some point. Okay, so we have a ham axe. It's good enough. I'm pretty bad at what I'm about to do. So hopefully it works out fine. Okay, so we need, oops, ham axe, not pickaxe. This is gonna be really annoying with, those guys fighting me. Alright, so now we need, wooden platform right there. Hammer it to make stairs. These enemies around are gonna make this really tricky. So I'm really bad at all this hoiking thing stuff. All right, let's go over here and at least see if we have it right. Killing a bunch of these guys in the process. That corpse is in a really annoying spot. Alright, so the dirt goes like that, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that is correct. Let's try extending this a little bit. This is just such a mess. It's a fun kind of mess, though, when you get to play around with the game in a way you're not supposed to. I can't see a darn thing. Alright, you minions, you have to come not be where you are right now. Come on, there you go. What did I say about how you always get banners when you're trying to do So that one works. This one doesn't. So we're gonna... Alright, so we gotta do this the hard way now. To build ourselves into here. And then we just... apologize to people, the screen might start shaking. Never done this with like minions around before. It's really hard to phase through like multiple blocks. But not impossible. I want you to be fully solid too. What's going on with you? Is there even a block there? No. Okay, I think I need to get a block there. Can I get high enough to make that happen is the question. This is so hard to even see. Alright. Do I have a plan B? Okay, now I think we're cooking with gas. Maybe? Got this far. Alright. Believe it or not, this is kind of what we wanted. Alright. No, we're through, we're through, we're through. Oh, man, okay. We're inside. And here's our door. Hello, door. Use a key on you. Open you. Let's see where you lead. So, guys at Red Digit, you may want to work on whatever happened to these spawns, because they used to be... This used to not be a problem. Like, you used to be able to, get in and out of stuff like this fine. But now all of a sudden, you know, like, look at this. This is just a wall. Like, this is our entrance. And I've seen this happen to so many people lately, and I don't know why after... Like, these have been in the game for a while, these lizard temples. But it just seems like lately they've been broken. This is also a weird thing to find here. Take the gold. So I guess we're in here now. I should have maybe thought twice about forcing my way in here with a very full inventory. Because we're gonna want to be in here for a little bit. And again, as I've said, and then I'm not demonstrating very well, the best way to deal with the traps is to oops, on spikes. I mean, I could throw a lot of this away, and I will. Like, I'm saving a lot of stuff here that just, like, you know, sells for nothing. A couple silver. Okay, then. Yeah. Alright, so we already got the power cell out of there. That's all we really need from it. Normally, I'd mine up these chests, but for right now, screw it. Let's just get the power cells. Like, I do, like, don't get me wrong, I have fun breaking into these dungeons, but it really, really shouldn't be, like, whatever's been going on lately where they've become harder to get into properly is problematic, because new people, honestly, even, like, no one should have, like, people should break into dungeons because they want to, not because they have to. And that's especially true when I know that the developers have been patching out a lot of the glitches. So how can you be patching out glitches when things are getting harder to get into legitimately? Like, you know, part of the reason people discover these glitches, I assume, was because they had to. Like, you know. But yeah, now you guys know how to break into a dungeon. Sort of. I know that I didn't really explain what I was doing. In a nutshell, I was creating a lot of half blocks and trying to just, like, jam myself into the space where the half blocks were. And God forbid that we die, because if we do, we'll have to get back in the way we did. Like, there's no easy way back in here. Which is not fun, because that means that we can't really, like, prepare for the golem. We can't go back and get a bunch of potions. This is like base camp for us right now. Like, I can't save and quit if I wanted to. I mean, I could, but, you know, it wasn't that difficult to break in here. But I don't want to do it again. Yeah, what am I gonna do about that? What I might do is I might, just because I deserve an entrance to my to this area, I might take another character in between this recording and the next one. I might take another character and just give myself a, you know, come in with a Picksaw, and I won't make any arenas or do any work, but I will just mine through a little bit of this area. This tiki armor is nice. If we were doing this in spider armor, we'd be dead. There's still a good chance that we'll die, even in this stuff, but doing what we can. These traps are going to come in handy, by the way, for the... We're not methodically removing them because we're worried about getting hit by them. The reason why we're, you know, taking them up, so, like, taking all the wire, taking all the traps, is because we're going to be using them for our Pumpkin Moon Arena. And you might say to yourself, don't you mean Pumpkin and Frost Moon Arena? Maybe. Frost Moon really scares me, so not try. I will do it, of course. I'm just trying not to think about it just yet. I also, full disclosure, I'm not as big of a fan of the Frost Moon as I am of the Pumpkin Moon. I think the Pumpkin Moon is pretty fun. I think it's balanced correctly towards, like, endgame loadouts. Danger Sense Potion is actually really good here, so I'll just drink that. Alright, we gotta get out of here. That's better. This is going to be the room where we fight the golem. Oop, let's run. Go get a bunch of wire. One slight bummer is I don't think we found any flamethrower traps in this entire event. I would certainly have liked some flamethrower traps, but I know that they're not in every dungeon. They sure are cool. Now, it's possible that with a full inventory that we mined some up and just didn't get them, but I don't think that that's the case, because I've been being pretty careful. I also know what they look like, so, you know, I can tell from a mile away a spiky trap from a flamethrower trap, or a dart trap, rather. We have picked up every last scrap of wire in this place. And what did I say about when your inventory is full, you always find the banners? Alright, now that that's done, we can at least get some inventory space by putting away that 600 stack of wire. Putting those away. I can justify putting Splunker Potions and Gravitation Potions there. Hate those guys so much. You know, I really miss Charm of Myths. I think, I know it's against the spirit of this Let's Play, but I think I would rather have... I would rather have 5 minions and some regen, some health regen, than I may change my mind later on, but for now... I think I need the health regen. I'm never a very DPS-focused person, and in a fight like the Golem, it just doesn't make sense to be focused on how fast you can kill, because there's no timer for the Golem. So why put yourself in that position? Alternatively, I could have thought for a second and a half and made a campfire, but, you know, planning. So far, I'm feeling really good about this Golem fight. The scariest thing about this fight so far has honestly been the fact that we have those two trappers so inconveniently right there. They've definitely taken some health off me. Alright, Golem down. What did we get for it? Another jungle key mold. Are you kidding me? Oh heaven, we got a Picksaw. That's amazing. That is beautiful. Alright, so now we have a Picksaw. Our pickaxe is done for the time being. We get beetle husks, which we would use to make an armor that is really good, but we're not going to make it. We got a Golem mask. But, oh my god, we got the Picksaw. Do you know what that means? That means we don't have to live here. That means we can... One, we can pick up this... Not the statue. We could take the statue, but we can pick up the lizard altar. We can take the lizard altar with us and fight the Golem wherever we want. It's so good. Such good news. It also means that as we run back through here... to the scene of our horrendous breakthrough. It means we can make a way in. And that's what I'm gonna do. I feel so good about doing this right now. It's so cathartic to just tear down. I'll leave a little bit of the disaster area just to show people what we had to go through. Leave those pearlstone blocks as a reminder. Even go ahead and I'll slope them all awkwardly. Yeah, that's a good tribute to what we had to do this episode. Also, what was on our hotbar instead of the ham axe? Probably something like that. Picksaw is just an amazing find. I'm so glad that we got the Picksaw. There's a lot of like weapons and stuff that the Golem drops. I don't really care about the weapons. I mean, they're nice, but we don't need them. falling stars like crazy. Alright, where's this little arena of ours? So now that we have the, now that we have the lizard altar, we can move all this stuff back to this little arena. Anything quick stack? Nope. Yeah, there it is. So now if we wanted to fight the golem, we could do it in here. I don't know if there's a better spot to fight it than, you know, one spot over another. Doesn't matter to me too much. Sorry this episode's ran long. I hope that, that it's been alright. Go ahead and move the traps into there. It's been a while since I've gotten no flame traps, but I'm not worried about it. I'll sell the compass to you. Don't really have any... I can sell the tin. Let's see if we can get a good like speed modifier on this. I can't tell how much it costs to reforge because those walls are awkwardly placed. Legendary right off the bat is going to be a good stopping point. Legendary, believe it or not, Legendary is not as good as Light in terms of speed, but I love Legendary. I'm a sucker for it. I thought it was the best prefix for like everything when I started playing Terraria, and that has led me to be a little nostalgic about it, I guess. Next time I think I'm going to do some more golem fights. They weren't too hard or anything. They seemed to be manageable. And golem fights give us the sunstone, which doesn't really do... I mean, it doesn't do much for us, but if we get... Well, honestly, what we need to have happen is an eclipse. We need an eclipse pretty bad. I don't know what I'm going to do next time. I'll leave it up in the air. But thank you for watching. If you leave a like or comment, then you're, you know, leaving likes and comments. And do that if you want. See you next time, guys.